What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It's too late, you guys. It's too late to get out now. We are in the beginning of this drop, this final descent down that will likely find resolution somewhere around, I would think, 10 to 8 cents. Could we go lower? Sure, but I'm thinking something in that area is where we're going to go. If we look at this low to high here on the fibs, and I don't even know if that's the actual low. This might be that's a better low to take right there. The golden ratio right down here is at about 8.32 cents. We'll just put a line right there. Right, golden ratio off of this fib, 8.32 cents. We do have areas of prior support right there. We have areas of prior resistance right there. And within the white zone itself, there's a bunch of turbulence here as well. So very likely area to go down to. Could we go below 8 cents? Absolutely we could. But let's take that white line there, and we'll leave that there. We'll delete the fibs and see if we can come up with anything else. February 3rd. I don't want to take this low just because I think February 3rd was a farce of price action. So high to low here, that golden ratio here of the low to high, it does come in line very well with the 1886. That's two significant fibs to find support on. The 1618 and the 618 are much more significant than the 1886. So it's possible that instead you do find support here at about 10 cents. Okay, so we have two white lines now. And also, I will say with the 1886, oftentimes you do go a little bit through, and same thing with the golden ratio. So I mean, maybe we can even put a little bit of a zone right here. We could put three white lines, three white lines, three white lines. That's a parody of three blind mice. Let's see here. It was a very bad parody, but hey, high to low here. High to low here, your golden ratio as well of this very significant fib from your first all-time high to your all-time low. Your golden ratio here is right at about this level here at about 8.6 cents. So we delete all these fibs, we leave the white lines behind, and we get a very solid area to find support, which is somewhere and anywhere between about 7.6 cents actually to 9.8 cents, just below 10 cents, just above or just below 8 cents there. Yeah, something in that area. And if we're looking back, just using our eyes now, looking at the price action, there's some significant support and resistance back here, resistance right there, support right there as well, all within this zone. So I'm going to delete these lines, and then we'll just keep it as a zone in itself. That's where I think we're going to go, which would imply how much of a drop do we have left to go. Let's see here. That'd be anything from a 17% drop to potentially a 35% drop. Let's see if we can make sense out of that with Bitcoin, because I do expect that Bitcoin's going to continue to go down to about 71 to 72K, something in that area, right? 14.5%. If Bitcoin drops 14.5%, well, I mean, that could spell trouble for Cookie, that's for sure. I don't think, right now Cookie's down 13%, Bitcoin's down 3.4%. I don't think that it's going to continue to drop at this pace versus Bitcoin, but I do think it'll drop more overall. So 14% for Bitcoin, let's just assume a 28% drop. That puts us right in the middle of this zone here, right there at 8.4 cents. And I feel like a lot more significant areas did line up with that 8 cent area, anyways, 8 to 9 cent area. So that would make sense to me. Something to anticipate, something to wait for, something to buy into if it happens, and when it happens might be a better way to say it at this point. 4-hour RSI, looking at it here, and I can delete the percentage here. I think that we're aware of the zone, and literally we're probably going to go right in the middle of that zone. Just getting oversold here. The last time we got oversold, right, it was right here. Let's put some lines here and see what we can come up with real quick. First got oversold right here. First got oversold right here. Oversold right there. Oversold right there. All right, so these are the last 4 times that we've freshly gotten oversold. What did the price do? Well, the price continued to go down for another 12 hours. Okay, but not significantly. The price here continued to go down for about another day, but not significantly. Here, we dropped a little bit, moved up, and then down later. So stagnant, but down over like the next couple of days. And then here as well, for 12 hours, you went down, but not significantly. So that's kind of optimistic, I suppose, that we would drop but not go down significantly. I think if we were to see these kind of drops, even the more significant one that took place days later, that wouldn't take us down here. But I do assume that we're going to see a more a more significant drop than we have throughout this whole range here. Bitcoin itself, has really kind of been moving up this whole time, where now it's in free fall. So I think all of these here, and maybe with the exception of this February one back here, all of these happened while Bitcoin was kind of at a neutral upward leaning price. Now we're doing this with a downward sloping price, but don't be surprised if we do find support somewhere in this area, move back up to 13 cents or so. Maybe we move back up to 12.5 cents, find a lower high, and then continue on our merry way to the downside. All right, that's the expectation. When it comes time for Cookie DAO to perform, it's going to perform very well, very well. I'm very confident in this, and you know what? Actually, what I want to do is bring these lines back on here, just so we can get a rough estimate of where we're going to go here. Oh man, I got to get rid of all these white lines too without getting rid of the rest of them. Okay, here we go. I'm very confident that Cookie DAO will see new all-time highs. And if we were to take this measurement, if you notice the 1272s that are up here, you see how those extensions that are above this line, all of these numbers, they get bigger as the line gets moved down. As we move that line down. I'm sorry, guys. It would be more conservative to take the estimate of the low being at 9.94 cents than it would be to take it at the lowest level, right? That gives us higher targets. So we're going to take the conservative approach here. Maybe it's appropriate, maybe it's not, but we'll just see something around 10 cents. That could be where we find support. Just because there's a lot of stuff lining up at 8.6 cents does not mean we have to go there. Just because it makes sense to go a little bit lower does not mean we have to go there. It makes perfect sense to stop at 10 cents for multiple reasons as well. From a high to a low, that would give us a target at a minimum of $1.50. $1.50 there, and then a maximum of $3.14, $3.15. It's very possible that you could continue to rise and see prices that are all the way up here, but that's a bit much. Let's just see what this looks like from what that would look like from that low there, because I'm very confident we will at least go into this range. So let's take the very top of that range there. And again, the lower you go, the higher these estimates get. So that would result in an overall move that's 14, almost a 15x, to potentially something that's at a 31x. Can we see that happen? Absolutely we can. Here's your proof. Low to high here, we saw a 42x happen. Why can this happen? Because Cookie DAO has a very low market cap. Low market cap coins have a much easier time moving up than high market cap coins do, right? $19 million in volume, $53 million in market cap. That's a lot of volume for this thing, man. Even in the boring times, even in the uncertain times, don't get me wrong, getting a lot of volume, or you should have more volume coming in on the way up or on the way down. So this is really more just validating to the move. But even whenever Cookie was being boring, it was having pretty decent volume. So I think that there is interest around here. I think that there will be even more interest down at these levels, and so much so that we will probably launch explosively to $1.50 to $3.14. I am absolutely buying more as soon as we get below 10 cents. I actually already have buy orders lined up down there below 10 cents, between 10 cents and actually it's between 10 cents and 8 cents. I should probably change that a little bit, doing this a little bit more. Yeah. Anyways, guys, something between a 31x whenever it comes to the potential highest low that we could have to a 15x is what we'd be expecting. So if you not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you were to buy at just below 10 cents there, you could expect something on the lines of a 15x to a 30x to come your way. Right? If we're at the current price, or even if you bought at the absolute high here, all the way back at 30 cents there, which I don't know if anybody did that, but if you did, the minimum target still, best case scenario versus worst case scenario, would still be about a 5x to a 10x, right? So there's going to be gains had by all, and this is just if we land in the first target zone. If we do exceed this, and we can exceed this, that would increase these gains, even at the worst case scenario, which I doubt anybody bought here. A lot of you, like me, probably bought in this consolidation phase here, and hopefully a lot of you, like me, will continue to buy once we're down in this zone as well. But none of this is financial advice. Do as you do. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I definitely think Cookie DAO has a lot of potential. A lot of people are cooking up the AI narrative right now. You can see it on X.com. You can see it in the news. You can see it everywhere, man. It's being built. And whenever it is time to run, whenever it's time to rally, I think this thing will definitely be one of those pack leaders in that rally as far as gains go. I've got nothing else for you guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.